Jimmy is banging out the hits today. He is not letting his bad wrist get to the music selection. He is toughing through it all and finding the best songs.
Thank you, Hawk.
They give you a rehab protocol?
And don't let Crowder poo-poo your wrist condition.
Condition is what we're calling it.
He's got a condition. He's seen urgent care. He's seen a hand specialist. He's been wearing a brace. He's had x-rays. He has been prescribed anti-inflammatories. I mean, all the signs point towards a condition.
He grabbed the door handle. His finger slipped off, and now he has a brace on.
Actually, I think he's been watching that Edmonton Oilers fan too much on social media. I think we got to the bottom of this with Gelb.
Jimmy, you a lefty?
He was trying out new things.
Stranger.
It's 305. Dale. God bless.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. In honor of National Ketchup Day, mustard is overrated.
Ooh, interesting take. Mustard is overrated. So
I could live without mustard.
when you think about it, like, it's a very distinct flavor. It overpowers anything that it's on. I do have a caveat, by the way, because I said, ketchup belongs on a hot dog. I would never, though, dip a cocktail Frank that's wrapped in a croissant or a puff pastry. I would never dip a cocktail Frank in ketchup. I only like it with yellow mustard. I only like a cocktail Frank with yellow mustard. I would never put ketchup on it.
It's the same ingredients, bread.
Well,
and
it's
hot
got
dog.
the puff pastry, though. The puff pastry is different than a bun.
It's bread.
Not so certain. I don't know. Is a puff pastry or a croissant, is that bread?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll do some research on this. There is
It's like when
difference.
Gelb said Drew Holiday is a championship player, and you were like, I was like, I think it's a fact, isn't it?
Well, has he won a ring? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he's won a ring.
I mean, but okay, how many Heat players can we do that with? I mean,
but they're championship players.
is having a ring, does that I'm not joking. Does that define you as a championship player?
Yes.
So Michael Doliak is a championship player?
Championship player.
Norris
Cole. Norris Cole, championship player.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that far.
Your boy, Chalmers. Is Chalmers a championship player?
Well, he is a championship player.
And he was a championship player in college, too.
Yeah. A team that wins rings, you're a championship player. And if you have carbs and you're baked with flour, pretty much makes you a bread.
I'm not certain.
Chad Henne, championship player then, Crowder.
He's on the
championship player. He won a playoff game.
But you understand, like, there's a difference between having a ring, having been on a championship team, and being referred to as a championship player.
Elite, the catalyst of a championship. I get what you're saying. But championship player, yes, you have a ring.
I mean, is that the first thing you think of when you hear Drew Holiday?
I know he won a ring, but no. But I don't. I look at the player, not how many rings they have.
First thing I think of when I see Drew Holiday is Jimmy Butler telling him he owns him.
He put Drew Holiday in the wash cycle over there in that top corner during that series. Goodness gracious.
All right, you want to do headlines here? Because Clay Ferrero is going to join us so we can have our Panthers and NBA Finals conversation with him. Can ask him about ketchup as well and what constitutes bread. So let's get headlines here for the 3 o'clock hour with Alejandro Solana.
Clay strikes me as a guy who doesn't use condiments.
Ooh,
No.
interesting.
Doesn't use
No.
condiments. Like he just
No.
likes, oh, you're gonna serve me a burger. I'm not putting anything on the burger. Just whatever it comes with. He's not dipping his French fries into anything. He just likes things how they come.
I don't know, because we have inside track that Clay used to be heavy set.
Right. I actually think he's got a simple palate because he loves the boneless wings.
Right.
And simple palates, and accuse me of being it, and it's fine. I accept it. Simple palates love ketchup. So I have a feeling that he's going to like ketchup.
That is a good point.
Yeah. And if he did have a weight problem, ketchup is really just sugar water. And, put 2 and 2 together. You have bread.
Somehow not the dumbest thing you've said on the show today, because you accused Tua of having a double.
Yeah.
Listen,
Tua has a stunt
you talk to
double.
these Radio Libre people long enough, your opinions on everything will change.
To a stunt double.
Somebody texted in no ketchup on fish. Now,
Fried
do you
fish?
put ketchup? Yeah, well, that's that. I was gonna say, like, do you put ketchup on fish sticks?
Yeah, or even like the
Kids do.
But the fish and chips, like the fried haddock or the
Fish and
you know
chips
what?
is malt vinegar. You don't ever put that in
I don't-
or
yeah,
tartar sauce. You don't put ketchup
What?
on fish and chips.
I'll tartar sauce you, but that malt vinegar is so overrated.
Oh, overrated. It is so underrated. Malt vinegar should be a topping
Water.
on more water.
It's
What
water.
kind of water is coming out of the tap at your house that tastes like malt vinegar?
It's too liquidy. I need a little cream to my sauce.
You got to let it soak in. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, the malt vinegar. I think that, you know what, we talk about it. I think that malt vinegar is some racial lines.
But ketchup on fish, it would have to be fried fish. That's the first rule. It would have to be fried.
Oh, I'm not putting ketchup on the sea bass, but you give me a fried
shrimp.
mahi
Would you ever choose ketchup over cocktail sauce for fried shrimp?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Ketchup's number 1 fried fish.
Over cocktail sauce on a fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp ketchup.
Wow.
Do people use cocktail sauce for fried shrimp? I thought it was just raw shrimp.
Oh, yeah, you might be right.
The shrimp cocktail.
Right, like the shrimp cocktail that you buy the big platter,
Right.
and then there's that
You
big
might be
cocktail
right.
sauce
Yeah,
right in
you
the
don't
middle.
put it on fried shrimp?
I don't eat shrimp, so I don't know, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody.
He's allergic.
Yeah. Allergic?
Yeah, I'm allergic, Jimmy.
You put a T at the end there? Allergic?
He said bended earlier.
Yeah, that is true. He said bended.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody bring out cocktail sauce, maybe marinara sauce, like what they serve with calamari for fried shrimp.
Huh.
No, it's ketchup.
No,
I don't think it's ketchup.
Yeah. Only fried lobster I won't put ketchup on, but pretty much all the other.
fried lobster.
Do you put? I love fried lobster. You
You
never
don't
had
like
like
fried
lobster bites?
lobster?
I've never had fried
Oh
lobster.
my God. Chops Lobster Bar in downtown
Oh.
Boca. They've got these lobster pieces, flash fried. Flash fried.
Oh my, the
Oh, my
tempura.
God. I can't do the rest of the show.
You don't eat lobster though, so why would you have fried lobster?
You not even eat lobster?
If it's like just doused in butter, melted
Lobster
butter.
is so good.
Yeah.
Crab? You don't eat
So
crab?
butter-
No, I don't eat
crab legs?
No,
Wow.
crab's
So
disgusting.
butter offsets allergies because you're allergic to seafood.
Certain types. Of
Do you
seafood.
put cocktail sauce on fried shrimp? I'm Googling this.
Ketchup.
Somebody says Flanagan serves cocktail sauce with their fried shrimp.
Yeah, I don't think it's as
I was just
odd.
asking. I wasn't aware. I was just asking because I've seen that with just like
right with shrimp cocktail, always cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
But fried shrimp, I do think it goes with fried shrimp.
You can't, because it's really cocktail sauce is like ketchup with horseradish in it.
Yeah,
So it's just a little more. So it's like
Yeah, 'cause-
spicy ketchup.
because Lori will make that sometimes if we're having shrimp cocktail or something, and I say, "Do you have cocktail sauce?" And she goes, "I'll just make some." because she doesn't have it in the house. But I think she mixes ketchup, horseradish,
little lemon juice,
and usually for my portion, some rat poison, which I'm not certain supposed to go there. And I don't know why she keeps putting
Tell her hold the ground glass.
Yeah, I don't understand why she keeps insisting. She's like, I got this recipe from Dateline. And I go, really? Dateline? I didn't know that was a cooking show.
I saw something on the internet where the lady was pouring bleach in her husband's coffee for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
you saw that?
Yeah. The guy set up a camera like he knew it.
It was like, this coffee tastes weird.
Yeah, he's like, it almost tastes like bleach. And she doesn't like me very much.
Just tell me this ain't working out. Let me live somewhere else.
What's weird? I have grown to dislike shrimp for whatever reason. I used to love shrimp, and I think I may have told you this. Like a couple of years ago, like I just couldn't stomach it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like anything about shrimp. I had said to my son before I left today for the studios, I said, hey, if you're around tonight, you want to go to Flanagan's. I have been in the mood for Flanagan's ever since we went to the Marlins game on Saturday. And I just haven't been to Flanagan's in a few weeks. And I was like, hey, if you want to go to Flanagan's tonight. And now I've got this craving for fried shrimp, which I didn't even know they had at Flanagan's. Yeah. But you said someone texted that in. Yeah. I may have to get that tonight if we end up there.
Bonefish Crowder has that bang bang shrimp.
Oh my goodness, with the little sauce, the little spice.
I've never been to Bonefish Grill.
What?
You got to try it out, Hawk.
Never been to Bonefish Grill?
No.
Not
Their
even.
filet mignon is just out of this world.
I hate you. See how when we're on the same side of something, you just do that?
They have such a good burger.
That chicken marsala is unbelievable.
Hawk, hit Bonefish Grill, Hawk. You're missing out.
You realize how this texter just hijacked a segment that was about sports and the NBA finals or whatever with one text that was like, no ketchup on fish.
That's a lie.
So what, like fried tilapia, Crowder? You'll just eat it with ketchup on the side. You'll just cut it and dip it into ketchup.
I don't eat tilapia. I'm a grown man with a job.
Why? I thought tilapia was a nice fish. It's not.
Tilapia is terrible.
It is?
It's a created fish. They made it. They made it up years ago, and then they put it in all the canals.
Are you sure?
Tilapia is terrible.
That's funny. I thought tilapia was not like a fine, fancy fish, but I didn't think it was garbage.
It's catfish.
Huh.
It's the new catfish. Tilapia goes for $2 a pound. Tilapia is terrible fish. Has no flavor. They lay around in the mud. They rub their sides on the mud. I watch them in behind my house. They're nasty little jokers.
So what, they like bioengineered a fish?
Yeah. Yep. It was already a fish, and then they did something to it to make them huge so they can get more meat off of them. And then they grow them in like blue water ponds with like these little, they feed them gel tabs and all. I looked into it. I used to eat tilapia until I grew up.
Somebody texted in, my guy, the fried shrimp at Flanny's is excellent. Half rack with fried shrimp every single time. I will always listen to a text that starts with my guy.
My guy.
Because you know this guy is serious about that. You know what I mean? Like if he took the time to start it with my guy, like he has never been more serious about anything he has talked about in his life.
He's not messing around.
Yeah.
That's passion. You know what? The shrimp tempura at those sushi places are off the chain.
Shrimp tempura is good. I do like now that you say it, I do like a shrimp roll they have at Lemongrass in Boca. I get the Green Dragon roll, and it is shrimp tempura. I do. So when I say I don't eat shrimp anymore, I do love that roll.
So you eat shrimp all the time?
I do eat shrimp all the time. And now that I think about it, I think my favorite way to have fried shrimp is in soy sauce. Now that I think about it.
That's how I eat the shrimp tempuras with soy sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But soy sauce, we don't use it for anything, but I defy you to find one thing that wouldn't taste better with soy sauce.
Right, because it's salt. It's liquid salt.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I did. I
Do you
wasn't
not
aware.
eat soy sauce at all?
No, I do. I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm ordering like fried rice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So you're putting liquid salt on it.
give me 30 packets of soy sauce.
Yeah.
So when you tasted soy sauce, you didn't say, "Wow, this tastes like something else."
I don't know. The guy at Samurai told me it was Japanese Coke.
This tastes salty, but I can't place it.
Jim Solana.
Somebody says tilapia is just whatever you season it with. So does tilapia not really have any taste, and then whatever you put on it?
It's cardboard. It's nothing. It's just mushy white. Just and they're nasty. Have you ever seen a tilapia?
No.
Look up picture of tilapia. Like you see a mahi, it's big, it's pelagic, it looks nice. Tilapia looks just nasty and slime, big, ugly eyes. Tilapia, yeah, I'm not. And they stink.
Tilapia.
They literally, they literally. You take them out of the water, you could smell mud on them. Just a dirty.
About that. I
Tilapia.
just looked up a picture. It looks like
a good-looking fish.
Looks like an amiable fish.
That's terrible.
Farming tilapia. Tilapia farming is a popular method of growing tilapia in over 120 countries and territories. Tilapia are adaptable fish that can survive in a variety of environments, including ponds, tanks, cages, or raceways. The key to successful tilapia farming is to understand and provide the 5 basic needs: clean water, oxygen, food, light, room to swim. So that's why they farm it, because you can farm them anywhere. That's why tilapia is like so universally available.
And they eat just whatever. They have no standards.
Is tilapia a good fish?
I found an article. It's titled, "Is tilapia a human-made freak that we should avoid, or an evolutionary rock star?"
Oh.
And it goes into how tilapia came to be.
And?
I mean, this is an article that I would need a lot of time to dissect, gentlemen.
Too many big words.
Tilapia is a nutritious food, and it can be part of a healthy and balanced diet. It's a good source of protein and is relatively low in fat. Tilapia is also lower in sodium, calories, and total fat than bacon and other processed meats. It's a processed meat. However, unlike salmon, tilapia is not particularly high in omega-3 fatty acids.
Nasty.
So I had salmon for lunch yesterday, dinner yesterday, and lunch today. Too much?
The thing is, you're eating it. No,
Yeah.
he's eating it out of a packet.
I eat it out of a packet. I mean, last night we had salmon, like Lori made salmon. You know, she got salmon fillets. But for lunch every day, I have 1 packet of salmon.
A packet?
Yeah. You know, I have people have a packet of tuna.
Yeah.
I get a packet of salmon.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's delicious.
It's like a nursing home Lunchable.
No, I eat it out of the packet with a fork.
With nothing else?
With nothing else.
You got all your teeth?
I love my packets of salmon. And look.
You got your fork sitting out your mouth like that. No crackers, no nothing. Just
the reason I have that picture today is because I was texting with the ticket wizard during lunch, and he went home and grilled a steak for lunch. And I'm like, that to me is absurd. Like, because I can't eat very much for lunch. It like sits in it. Like I get tired. I couldn't imagine eating a steak and then going to work. And, you know, Barry will come home from the ticket wizard offices, grill up a steak with sides, and then go back to work. And I find it ridiculous. And I'm like, he's like, well, what are you eating? And I'm like, I'm eating my salmon packet, which I have every single day. And I sent him that picture.
Because Barry's body works, strong bowels.
Yeah, I couldn't. Could you have a steak for lunch? A big steak meal?
Yeah, I have all the time. You know, I eat Alfredo bowls. I eat
Man.
steaks. Yeah, that place down the street from the station, the Astro Bar, Hydro Bar, whatever it's called. They got a Delmonico or something. Delicious.
Gastro bar.
Gastro Bar. Delicious steak.
Did you have that, Solana? Because I know you love steak because you guys, grill it at your dad's house all the time. But could you have a big steak for lunch and then work?
Yeah, I could, but I don't think I would grill my own steak for lunch on a weekday. Just right before coming to work, pull out the grill, throw a T-bone on there, eat it, and then come into work.
Right? Doesn't that seem weird?
Yeah,
but
that is a bit
that's
bizarre.
my take on the hibachi places for lunch, which everyone told me I'm crazy, but I can't imagine going to a hibachi place for lunch. But there's plenty of people there.
You
I
wouldn't
love
make,
hibachi, but you're right about that.
You don't make lunch for yourself?
Yeah, I open up the packet of salmon, I get a fork, and I sit down and I have my salmon packet.
Like if you make a burger, or if you're cooking anything, if you turn heat on, what's the
I
difference?
would never turn heat on for lunch.
You like cold lunch?
I like Lori will make me a smoothie sometimes. I like that for lunch. I like my packet of salmon for lunch. And if I'm feeling particularly randy, I will walk downstairs to El Almacen and get a slice of avocado toast and a coffee.
If you ate more lunch, you wouldn't eat 4,000 calories every night watching TV.
You're probably right. Like I will go I am on a prisoner's caloric diet during the day. But when work is over, Cheez-Its, Ritz crackers, Cape Cod potato chips, popcorn, everything.
All in.
So a middle schooler's caloric surplus. In other
Right,
words.
exactly. All processed.
Hog's lunch is like a housewife. Like gets done with Pilates,
Right.
has a smoothie from Robex.
It drives Chuck crazy because I always snap them. I'll open up a packet of cat food for Rocky, and then I open up my packet, which is slightly bigger, and I have my packet for lunch. And we both enjoy our packets of seafood.
You and Rocky are eating the same lunch.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. he is a housewife, Solana.
Yeah.
Avocado toast, smoothie,
Yeah.
and packet of salmon.
Yeah.
Come on, Hawk.
Yeah, I don't become a man till like after 8. That's when everything goes downhill.
And the Cape Cod kettle chips kick in. Rah!
And I do the same thing, the weird gymnastics in my head every night. Well, you barely ate anything today. I mean, what's the difference if you have some Cape Cod chips now?
Those chips are fire, though,
That's
man.
practically seafood. They're from Cape Cod.
some cocktail sauce on them.
What a weird segment this has been.
It's like, what'd you have for dinner? I had some fish. Like, oh, no, you made some salmon? Cape Cod potato chips.
You should do that for Valentina. Hey, I made some seafood for us tonight. Oh, really? That's nice. And on a plate is just Cape Cod chips.
With a fork.
Some cocktail sauce.
You know what she made me last night? I shouldn't do this because it's so mean. She's making me dinner, and then I just come on the air the next day and rip it every single time. But she told me, she's like, hey, I made the rice. She made us chicken and rice. Delicious. She's like, I made us our rice a little different last night. And I'm like, well, how? She's like, just try it. Tell me if you like it. So I tried it. It tasted fine. I couldn't tell the difference. Her rice isn't necessarily very good anyways, so I couldn't really tell. And she told me she cooked the rice in chicken bone broth.
Oh, Lori will cook rice in broth.
Yeah.
It gives it a good flavor.
It did. It gave it a little kick, but she told me it's because I need more protein in my diet.
I don't know if it works that way.
But I know what it is. Like, it's just something she saw on TikTok. And she's like, oh, we got to do this now. You know, all my meals, my life is just turned into what my fiance has been watching on TikTok.
Now everything is soaked in marrow broth.
Marrow's good.
Mm.
All right, Liquor King.
Marrow's good, bro. I think they misnamed it because marrow doesn't sound delicious, but it's pretty good.
Tasty.
I can't wait till Crowder starts the raw meat diet. Like that's the next
Yeah, he'll be on it.
transition.
Yeah, he'll do all that.
Nah, I ain't eating no raw meat.
Yeah, you say that now.
Got bad guts, man. This IBS ain't gonna deal with no raw steak or liver. Fra, fra.
The only other thing I wanted to get to was that the NBA is closing in on a massive $76 billion 11-year media rights deal. So per year, Disney is spending $2.6 billion, NBC $2.5 billion, Amazon $1.8 billion. The deal increases the league's annual media revenue by 250%.
We were talking yesterday. I forget about what salary cap, and Crowder, I think you said something like, well, it's, or maybe Solana said, at some point it's not going to keep going up 5%, 10%. You know, we were talking about NFL or whatever.
Yeah.
These TV media deals, because all the streaming services are in this now, like the salary caps for every sport are going to go up for a while. Now, there is a point where they'll have to come down because the media deals won't be profitable anymore. But right now, man, everybody wants live sports. The only growing sector for advertising, because it's one of the few things that you can't time shift.
Yep. And that's the thing, too, with the quarterback deals and this crazy amount of money everybody's getting, the Justin Jefferson deal. Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the week where it's going to, I don't know when what's it called? Balloon, but it's going to balloon and it's going to have to stop. But I'm with you, Hawk. These TV deals are stupid.
I mean, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though. Remember, after the Super Bowl, we read the list of like the top 50 watched live television
It's
events
all football
in the United States.
Yep.
It's like football, World Cup, football. And then there was like one show that cracked the top 50.
Yeah. Football's king. Basketball wants to argue and all. Football's king.
Well, if there's any justice in the world, Clipped will be the most watched show at the end of 2024.
Get out of here, you silly rabbit.
Finally, guys, Flavor Flav is single-handedly keeping Red Lobster
Wait a
in
second.
business.
After we did all this for 30 minutes, you're going to do a finally, guys? Why don't you save this for another time so that we can move on with our lives?
All right, salmon packets. Your weather from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm.